Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is once again July 29th, 2020. Happy Wednesday to everyone. So a couple months back, you might remember that Pauline Ritchie, or otherwise known as LightTajiriBey, put up a video where she was informing all of the followers of hers, all of the Moors that follow her and the Moorish American Consulate, to please use the prepaid stickers. She even made a PDF form where all you had to do is buy your own stickers, and you could send all the mail and liens that you wanted through the post office free of charge through the United States Postal Service, because after all, she's claiming that they're diplomats, right? And so therefore there's no problem. Well, there have been many people that have come back and said, hey, it's not working. What the heck's going on? I'm getting packages back by the dozens on my front doorstep. Well, finally, someone posted a letter from the United States Postal Service, and I'm going to go over that with you now. This was posted on Facebook and forwarded to me by a fellow watchdog who noticed that this went to one of the Moors that we actually have taken a look at in the past. And the letter reads, you see here, it's, by the way, on the United States Postal Service letterhead. And it reads, this letter responds to your correspondence that was mailed on July 10th of 2020, addressed to the Postmaster General, Megan Brennan, and Seattle Postmaster, Trent McNeil, and to my attention in regards to the delivery of your mail without the application of postage. We regret to respond that matter presented to be mailed through the United States Postal Service requires postage. Postal history shows that postage was a requirement for services. In the early years, it was based on the number of sheets in a letter to the distance a letter traveled. For instance, from 1799 to 1815, it cost 5 cents per sheet up to 40 miles, or 25 cents per sheet up to 500 miles. In 1845, the Post Office Department began charging rates essentially based on weight and distance. You can reference the United States Postal Service and American History of 1775 through 2005. Unfortunately, there are no postal regulations that support that your agency qualifies for free mail delivery. Postal regulations provide the two free mail options. Such options are applicable only for matter or mailers that qualify as free matter for the, can't read that, or handicap, for the blind or handicapped, or mail sent by U.S. Armed Forces. Additional information on qualifications to mail at the free options are available in the Domestic Mail Manual, the DMM, which is located in the online Postal Explorer at, and then they give him the link, mail matter presented with omitted postage will be returned to sender with the endorsement return for postage, DMM 604 8.2.1 omitted postage. Thank you for your opportunity to respond. Thank you for the opportunity to respond to this matter. Dawn Preppinger, Manager of Marketing. And then she, of course, CCs the Postmaster General and the Seattle Postmaster. Now, this is a letter basically stating, we don't care where you think you are from. We don't care what you think your diplomatic immunity is. You don't get to mail stuff free of charge. But because it's part of the scam, it's necessary for them to follow up and let this guy know that, hey, we know you got this letter, but you just didn't do it right. And see, this is how the scams work for these sovsits. What they do is they just blame the actual victim of the scam. So your UCC filing didn't work to pay off all of your bills. I'm so sorry. It must be because you made a mistake. Let's figure out what that mistake is. And then they send them on another goose chase. But the bottom line is, with the exception of a few things maybe slipping through, like what I've seen in the past with a couple of these people, where the person just wasn't paying attention that was actually doing the mail, and it slipped through, the cards slipped through on the certified mail, but nothing else. Unless it's that scenario, every single time you're going to get these returns. And the reason for it is because what Pauline or LightTajiriBey, whatever the heck you want to call her, did was lie to you. See, this is all about continuing to get donations and building up an army that they can use in order to try to get their hatred for the United States government in order to try to gum up the system. And that's what they do with the court systems. That's what they're now trying to do with the post office. So all of this stuff is doing nothing but costing the taxpayers time and money. And it isn't going to ever go through in the manner that you guys think that it's going to. But they always come back and they question, okay, this didn't work for me. I don't understand. I got a stack of these on my front doorstep, as we've seen that I've posted in the past. Why is it not working? Tell me why it's not working. And ultimately, this is the kind of response you're going to get from these scam artists. So here we go. It says the first thing I noticed is that you used the small business size envelopes. I tried using these. They were immediately flagged. I suggest you always use a 9x12 white envelope. Second thing is, I would not use what we call ancient English spelling. Use the regular spelling when mailing out. Maybe others can attest to getting their mail through with this, but I cannot. The second thing is, I noticed your top mailing is going to the USPS itself, the same entity that is demanding postage. Okay, I had to move to the second slide. From you. I cannot read the letter. Can you send it to me via email? Third, you simply need to lien them yourself and do a court action if all else fails and they continue repossess their building. Then there's another party. Even if you just one sheet, use 3 9x12 envelopes. So the logic here is that supposedly this has nothing to do with postage. It's all about the envelope that the Moor used, the follower used. Listen, you guys, there is no loophole for postage. There is no legal right for you to have free postage. And you're a bunch of jackasses, all right? This particular party is going to quickly find out from this point forward, now that he's leery, that you've lied. You continue to do nothing but lie. LightTajiriBey has lied, and everyone else that's backing her up is lying too. The bottom line is what the Post Office General has stated is accurate. You have no right to free postage. When you find out that your group has been lying to you about everything, you'll realize that if you're not careful, you will find yourself in jail over these things. Just don't forget who warned you. All right, everyone, just another, attempt at a video to try to talk some sense into the followers of the scam artist Moors that are online. Everybody take care. I'll be back with one more video that has to do, once again, with the Moors, and this time, tax fraud.